Hey everyone, I'm Brian, a physics student at the University of Chicago. This presentation is a short reflection on what actually works when trying to learn physics, not just survive it. These are things I wish I'd known earlier and that I still remind myself of now. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter and more deliberately. We've all been told to just study harder, but physics often breaks that. You can study for hours and still come out more confused than when you started. It's not a motivation issue, it's a strategy issue. Studying hard is only effective if you're using the right approach. I studied for hours and still didn't get it. This quote pretty much sums up the frustration perfectly. It's something I've said after finishing a problem set or an exam prep session and realizing nothing stuck. And it's not because I was lazy, it was because I didn't yet understand how to engage with the material in the way physics demands. You see, passive review isn't understanding. One big trap is passive review, rereading notes, highlighting textbooks. It all feels productive, but it's actually low effort and low retention. Understanding comes from struggling with the ideas, not just re exposing yourself to them. Memorization also doesn't equal transferability. Memorization might get you through a quiz, but it fails fast when the problem looks different from the examples. In physics, problems are never identical. What matters is whether you understand the structure deeply enough to transfer that knowledge to new situations. And lastly, grades doesn't always equal mastery. Grades are useful feedback, but they don't always reflect true understanding. You can do well by pattern matching or cramming, but still be lost a week later. The real question isn't, did I get an A? It's, could I teach this to someone else? To get better at physics, you have to start thinking like a physicist. That means moving away from the student mindset of formulas and right answers and towards a model based mindset where you ask, what's essential? What can I ignore? What symmetry can I exploit? Here's the contrast. Physicists simplify reality using models, assumptions, and approximations. Students often focus on the exact steps and correct formulas. But physics isn't about memorization. It's about learning to simplify without distorting and to reason under uncertainty. The superpower physics gives you is the ability to generalize. You learn to recognize patterns and reapply ideas across very different problems. That's what makes physics so hard and so valuable. It teaches you how to think beyond specific examples. These are three habits that changed everything for me. First, derive everything you can. It's the best way to internalize concepts. Second, teach someone else. That's the ultimate test of understanding. And third, ask why. Never accept a step you don't fully understand. That one habit alone can completely change how you learn. Here's how I structure these habits over time. Daily, I use flashcards and active recall. It forces my brain to work, not just recognize. Weekly, I talk through problems aloud and revisit problem sets to figure out what tripped me up. And long term, I look for opportunities to apply physics ideas outside physics, like in finance or design. That's when I know that ideas have really stuck. So here's the bottom line. Learn deep, not fast. Depth takes more time upfront, but it pays off when the problems get harder and the context changes. In physics, Shortcuts don't scale, but understanding does. So slow down, be deliberate, and trust that confusion is part of the process. That's how real learning happens.